Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Pat Trading Partners along with Bob Iacchino. Let's check in on Bitcoin. Bitcoin coming up, 82.49, 82.50 was the next key level, just shy of it, coming back to rotation zone. Finding some key resistance back to 62.5% retracement, then finally blowing through to both the levels, coming up to our 84.16 level, just spiking slightly above that. And now moving sideways again. Watch what happens with this 8 comes up to push the price. Let me move these levels up here now. And we'll up the retracement levels too to watch for this. All right, right now we're holding at the 12.5% retracement. Really nice pattern. It's a very strong level to hold at. 8 coming up to hit the price, so watch if we break out when the 8 comes up here. If not, I'd be watching then for a pullback to around the 25% level with the rising 21 EMA and then a rotation back up. Those are the two key areas we're watching for. No possible reversal patterns just yet, so everything's still looking good in Bitcoin. If we did have a bigger pullback for some reason, next key major level is this 50 rising 50 period exponential moving average with the 50% retracement, which would take 76.05 if there was some shock to come into Bitcoin, some news or something else coming out. Other than that, we're just watching for a either move sideways, 8 coming up, then a breakout, or rising, or the rotation and a right turn back up, then to go to new highs. Let's check in on the daily chart. Daily chart, next key level 86.72, then major cluster at this 88.94, so essentially 8,900 level is going to be key. Also, if we do get that bigger pullback for some reason, you can see the first cross rotation zones right here, right at that 50% level, so that's going to be very key if we were to pull back suddenly for some reason. That's what you'll be watching for. Switching over to Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash coming down, hitting our first 620 level, dipping right below this, and we had a major divergence on the daily chart. When I get over to that, I will show everyone that divergence. This does not qualify for a double bottom right now. Running back up, finally getting first cross rotation zone. And what we did was we had a projection up to this first pausing level, watching for then first 756, then 773, getting closed on the 756 and popping up, closing just above the 773 after hitting the 37.5 retracement, coming back to rotation zone, rotating back up, hitting those key levels again. We're going to now do the next price projection higher, which gives us next levels of 810 and an 833, 810 coming in with a declining 200 period simple moving average. Now, we do have a potential double top here, but we need to get a close below 715.44, which would also take us back below the 50 period exponential moving average. We do have a lot of support coming in the way. First level supports 763, next level is 742, and then of course this low, so we'd have to break through all that. Just pointing this out in case we did have news come out that triggers another sell-off. And again, it could also be an extended move below 715 with a retracement to retest that. Then we'd be watching for 680, 662, and 645. Now let's check in on that daily chart. Daily chart. So right now we don't have the rotation zone yet in our favor. We are above the 21. So if we continue higher, we'll get the first cross, which will be bullish. If we do get through this 833 level, then you can watch for 857 to 867 is some where these dip buyers came in before, and they may look to dump something, so you might get some resistance up there, so at least move up stops on that level. And then the next major level we'll be watching for is 902, so roughly 900 with the declining 50-day exponential moving average coming in. That'll form a really nice cluster. Just pay attention in case we do get a sharp and sudden pullback with this potential double top. Checking in on Bitcoin Gold, which we haven't done in a little bit. We had this double top way back when, hitting it and going through all those levels, then cascading down eventually to our 42.15 level, and then dropping down right below the 39.43 level where we got some divergences. So that is all done. That was just a quick recap of the prior major levels. We are now finding some support down here, and we have this interesting double bottom setup. It looks better on the daily chart, so we'll go look at it that way. Let me just see if we can zoom in here a bit. Coming up to 50, then catching on these key levels. So again, let me clean up this chart. show you what we did here. Coming off these key lows, this key area, first we went up to here with the levels, with the 12 and 25% levels, which gave us this spike high, then we moved them up to here, which then we got the key close and pullback, which then we moved up to here. And these are levels you could take profits or move stops. Spiking up, spiking through it, not getting to the next level though, the next level closing on it, come back to rotation zone. By the way, this is not a double bottom because it's not reversing enough of a pattern. Then moving up, spiking through it a couple times. Now we can come all the way up here, but the better pattern is on the daily chart, and we'll get to that in a second with this potentially triggering a double top or double bottom. So what are we watching for in terms of pullback levels? 47.50 is the first key level, rising 8. Then we'd be watching for about 46.19, and we rotation back up. If we did drop below it, then watch for key support coming at about 44.62. So let's check over at that daily chart. Daily chart. So here's that potential double bottom, minor rotation in there, but it's sort of sloppy because of this minor rotation, but it didn't really rotate enough to form a triple. So what we're watching for then, if we get the close above 48.40, we need the close on a daily basis or an extended move with a retracement above that. Then we'd be watching for about 53.58. We have this other Gann projection, 52.80 right in front of there. So 52.80 to 53.58, then 56.17, then 58.76 are the next key levels higher. So what we have for you on Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Bitcoin Gold, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.